Another first-timer here, Tracy and the Big D here on Sunshine FM. Paul Crowder's joining us. First time that we've spoken to Paul. His single is Little Steps. We thought we'd find out what's going on with Paul. And firstly, why hadn't we spoken to him before? And how long it's been going on. Paul, welcome to Tracy and the Big D, Sunshine FM.
Hi guys, how you going?
Good,
Mate,
thank you.
How long have you been singing?
I suppose pretty well all my life. I mean, I was in a band probably 15 years ago, but gave it away for a fair while there when the kids started to grow up, and I did the dad thing, coaching and footy and, on the committee and God knows what, and travelling around with the kids. But now that the kids have grown up, I've decided to give it a crack.
You talk about the kids have grown up now. You took that time out. How much material did the kids and growing with them give you for songwriting?
Yeah, a fair bit actually. And my wife Joanne, she's a bit of an inspiration for me too for a lot of the songs. But I've actually just written another one this week about the kid and about what Joe and I miss most of all.
The little pitter-patter of those little feet. Now they're the big ones going, Dad, can I borrow the car keys?
Oh, they're past that stage now. They're even older than that.
Oh, Dad, can you buy me a new car?
They're at the stage where we're trying to push them out the door.
And then there'll be more little patters coming through along the way.
Oh, don't wish that on me yet. I'm not ready for that.
Oh, it happens. It's a rolling wheel. It just keeps on going.
Yeah, that's right. The wheel turns, doesn't it?
So do you get much time to sit down to yourself to write music, or is it something that just happens, or do you have to schedule the time?
Well, I sort of try and schedule the time, but I work full time and I'm a shift worker. So when I do have time off, quite often I might have a gig or two on the weekends if I'm off on the weekend. Otherwise, I'm working the weekend, and I have things to do during the week then when I'm off, and it can get a bit hard, and I have to tell myself, oh, you've got to go and sit down and do something. It's been a couple of weeks since you've had a go at writing a song.
And if in a magic world, in the perfect world, if you could give up work tomorrow and take up gigging full time, is that what you'd do?
Oh, my word, I would, yes. Being a shift worker, I'd love to give it away before it bloody kills me.
Now, you're talking about you've been doing some gigging, and where are you doing gigging around at the moment?
Mainly around town, like Lithgow, Wallerawang and Portland, the towns nearby, and Bathurst, and I've had a few out at Dubbo as well. I've got another gig out there in a couple of weeks' time. So
over the next 12 months, are there any thoughts of coming up to Queensland or heading up this way? Because we're getting a lot of interest in the Paul Crowder music.
Yeah, it's just a matter of finding the right spot on the holiday roster at work and making sure I can get off and start doing some travelling.
Well, we got the weather update from Wentworth earlier on tonight, so we'll check on what the weather's like in Dubbo at the moment.
Oh, mate, I don't think it's stopped raining for the last month. Wow. We might get a good day here and there. Joe and I went for a drive to Bathurst today, and the amount of water that's lying around is just incredible.
And that must be good for the local communities, though, in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Once it dries up a little bit, I can see there being a lot of food around, and even further out west, I know they've had some rain, and hopefully it stops in time for the crops to do the right thing, sort of thing, and the farmers can get some decent crops this year.
Yeah, it's a fine line, isn't it? Not enough rain, too much rain. It is a fine line, so we do wish them all the best. Now, with your song we're about to play, Little Steps, tell us a little bit of the background on that one.
Well, really, it's a bit of a story about Joe and I's journey together, and it's something I didn't specifically sit down to write. I started writing a song with that tune, and I didn't like it, so I changed it, and that's what I came up with. I think there's a bit of a message in there for the younger generation these days that want everything now, just to take their time and take it in little steps.
That is so true. Well, that's a very good line there. They do want everything yesterday. So if we want to get hold of your music,
today,
how do we do that?
Well, the whole EP is available on iTunes. It's also available on CD Baby, and if anybody wants to look up my music page on Facebook, and they can inbox me a message, and I can definitely send a copy out. Yeah.
There you go, folks. No excuse. Grab a hold of the EP, have a listen, and send Paul a message and let him know that you want him up here in sunny Queensland, and see if we can't get him up here within the next 12 months. Paul, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We're going to play your song right now and hope to catch up soon. Here he is, Paul Crowder and Little Steps.